You're over 60, and every day seems harder than the last. Not because you worked too much, not because you didn't sleep, but because your body feels heavier, slower. You wake up, your legs weak, your hands trembling slightly when you reach for the glass of water by the bed. You think, it's just age. But what if it isn't? Behind your tired eyes and that stubborn belly fat, there's something far more dangerous brewing. And it's been hiding in plain sight. In the foods you trust, in the habits you've never questioned, in the sweetness you once believed was harmless. Because this isn't just aging. It's sugar. And not the kind you measure with a teaspoon. It's the invisible kind, inside healthy fruits, packaged meals, breads, sauces, yogurts. And it's silently destroying your nerves, your energy, and your life. Diabetes doesn't knock on your door. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It starts with a little more fatigue than usual, then blurry vision, some dizziness after meals, and slowly your independence shrinks. Your legs don't walk the same. Your fingers don't hold the spoon like before. You sit more than you stand. You rest more than you move. And by the time most people notice, it's too late. But here's what no one told you. Sugar isn't just a taste. It's a slow-moving trap. And the most dangerous part? It hides behind words like natural, light, or low-fat. It sneaks into your day, spoon by spoon, sip by sip. And if you're over 60, your body is already less resistant to its poison. Insulin spikes hit harder, recovery takes longer, and the long-term damage, often irreversible. Still think it's just aging? The truth is unsettling but empowering because now you know, and knowing gives you a choice. There is a way to fight back, not with another pill, not with extreme diets, but with something ancient, natural, something your ancestors may have used without even realizing it. One specific food, often overlooked, sometimes even discarded, contains compounds that act like a broom inside your bloodstream. It sweeps away excess sugar, calms your pancreas, and tells your body, you're safe again. With just a single spoonful a day taken correctly, this food begins to reverse what decades of sugar have silently broken. Muscles reawaken, energy returns, sleep deepens, and clarity, that forgotten friend, comes back. This video exists because too many people suffer in silence, mistaking diabetes for just old age. But you don't have to be one of them. Not anymore. Stay with us, because by the end of this journey, you won't just know what to eat. You'll know how to reclaim control over your blood sugar, your body, and your future. Your legs feel heavier than usual. A few stairs leave you breathless. Your hands, once steady, now hesitate before gripping the kettle. But no one told you this could be sugar. Not the kind you recognize, not candies or cakes, but the slow, invisible sugar overload that's been attacking your body for years. And now it's reaching your bloodstream, your nerves, your joints, quietly, systematically, and you call it abnormal aging. Here's the truth you were never told. Elevated blood sugar doesn't just cause diabetes. It sabotages your entire metabolic system. It inflames your joints, starves your muscles, and slows your circulation. Your cells, desperate for energy, begin to suffocate in a sea of sugar they can't absorb. You feel it as fatigue, as stiffness, as foggy thinking. But underneath it all, your body is trapped in a silent storm of inflammation. The human body was never designed to handle this much glucose, especially not after 60. As you age, your insulin sensitivity drops. That means your cells stop responding the way they used to. What once fueled your body now floats around unused, causing damage. Tiny blood vessels in your legs and brain begin to stiffen. Your organs start to strain. Even your eyesight may fade, not from time, but from this unprocessed sugar wreckage building up inside. And yet, the signs are always there. The tingling in your feet, the sudden drop in energy after lunch, the nights when you wake up sweating, your heart racing. These aren't coincidences. They're warnings. Warnings that your glucose levels are out of control and your body is losing the battle. But what if you could tip the balance back? Research from the University of Sydney recently revealed something extraordinary. A study on adults over 60 showed that introducing one specific natural food into the diet, just a single tablespoon a day, caused a measurable drop in fasting blood sugar in just 10 days. Not a supplement, not a pharmaceutical, a food, a common, overlooked pantry item known for centuries but forgotten in modern medicine. This is the kind of knowledge the average doctor may never mention. Why? Because it doesn't come in a bottle. Because it can't be patented. But it works. It works because it aligns with the body's natural chemistry. It lowers inflammation. It improves insulin sensitivity. It feeds your cells what they actually need and helps flush out what's slowly poisoning them. You've probably walked past this ingredient in the grocery store 100 times. You may even have it in your kitchen right now, without knowing the power it holds. And when taken at the right moment, in the right way, it begins to calm the blood. Your energy returns, your legs feel stronger, your digestion improves, and the mental fog begins to clear. Stay with me, because in the next section, we'll reveal exactly what this ingredient is, and how just one spoonful a day can shift your health trajectory away from pills, pain, and slow decline, toward energy, clarity, and a life you can enjoy again. You've likely been told that fatigue is normal, that after a certain age it's expected to slow down. But let me ask you something. Since when did normal mean dragging yourself out of bed each morning, feeling like your body didn't rest at all? Since when did it become acceptable to lose energy after a simple meal, or need to sit down after a short walk? The truth is, tiredness is not a result of aging. It's a result of inflammation. When blood sugar remains high, your body doesn't convert food into energy efficiently. Instead, that excess glucose lingers in your bloodstream, sticking to proteins, creating what scientists call advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These molecules age you from the inside out, damaging tissues, hardening blood vessels, and setting your joints on fire. You don't see them, but you feel them. In the heaviness of your legs, in the pressure behind your eyes, in the tightness of your chest. And slowly, without realizing, you begin to shrink your life. You stop going out at night because your balance feels off. You decline walks with your grandkids because your knees ache. You sit and rest and sit again, believing rest is what you need, but rest can't fix what's happening inside your cells. At the core of this exhaustion is a battle for energy. Your cells are screaming for fuel, but sugar has locked them out. The insulin keys no longer fit the doors. And so your body turns to stress hormones, trying to survive the drought. Cortisol rises, sleep quality drops, muscles waste, fat stores increase, especially in your belly, where insulin resistance is most aggressive. The result? A body stuck in survival mode, constantly inflamed and perpetually tired. Now imagine flipping that internal switch. One spoonful. That's all it takes to begin the shift. This isn't hype, it's biochemistry. A single tablespoon of this natural food, rich in antioxidants, trace minerals, and enzyme-activating compounds, has been shown to decrease post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 30%. It doesn't just sit in your stomach. It interacts with your gut lining, slowing glucose absorption, helping your pancreas recover, and restoring the delicate balance your body once had in youth. But here's the secret no one talks about. Timing is everything. Taken in the morning, this food helps stabilize your day. Taken before a meal, it prepares your metabolism. Taken consistently, it re-educates your cells, teaching them to respond again, to unlock the sugar instead of fearing it. That's not a miracle. That's nourishment. You don't need another prescription to feel alive. You don't need another diagnosis to believe your body is still capable of change. What you need is information, truth, and a path forward. That path begins with the spoon. And in the next section, we'll reveal the identity of this food, why it's been used for centuries in traditional medicine, and how it can become your body's daily defense against the chaos of high blood sugar. Stay with me. Your energy is not gone, It's just been buried. Let's uncover it together. You've waited long enough. The food we've been leading you toward, the one that acts like a natural antidote to excess blood sugar, is cinnamon. Not the sugar-laced dust found in pastries, but pure, organic Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon. 1 tablespoon a day. That's it. Not a pill, not a prescription. Just a spice older than medicine itself, and yet more powerful than most people imagine. For centuries, cinnamon was more valuable than gold. Ancient civilizations traded it for protection, healing, even preservation of the dead. Why? Because this humble bark carries compounds that modern science is only beginning to understand. Chief among them, cinnamaldehyde. This active molecule works directly on your body's insulin receptors, helping cells recognize and absorb glucose more efficiently. But it doesn't stop there. Cinnamon also slows the rate at which food leaves your stomach. That means blood sugar levels rise more gradually after meals. No spike, no crash, just stable, usable energy. It's like giving your pancreas a break, letting it reset after years of working overtime. And when used correctly, cinnamon has been shown to lower fasting blood sugar levels by up to 29% in adults over 60. That's not theory. That's peer-reviewed clinical evidence. Now picture this. You wake up, your joints feel lighter, your thoughts clearer. You no longer dread that mid-morning crash or the fog that comes after lunch. All because you began giving your body what it was silently asking for. Not more food, not more medicine, but the right signal. Cinnamon is that signal. Still skeptical? Let's go deeper. Cinnamon is also one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories known to man. It suppresses a protein called NF-κB, which is directly linked to chronic inflammation, the same type that causes joint pain, bloating, fatigue, even memory issues. When this protein is overactive, your body exists in a state of silent war. But cinnamon tells it to stand down, to heal, to recover. And if you're worried about safety, listen closely. While the common variety, cassia cinnamon, found in most stores contains higher levels of a compound called coumarin, which in excess can strain the liver, Ceylon cinnamon contains only trace amounts. That's why we emphasize quality matters. Always choose Ceylon, always go organic, and always start small. Just 1 level tablespoon per day, ideally split between 2 meals. Sprinkle it into warm water, mix it into plain yogurt, add it to your morning oatmeal or tea. However you take it, do it consistently, because consistency is what turns this simple habit into a lifeline. And remember, this isn't about treating symptoms, it's about removing the cause. Cinnamon helps rebalance your body's relationship with sugar, reduces oxidative stress, and supports circulation, especially in aging limbs where blood flow tends to slow. That means warmer hands, fewer leg cramps, less tingling in the feet, and a greater sense of control over your body. In the next section, we'll reveal the mistakes that cancel all of these benefits, the common food combinations that turn cinnamon into nothing more than a flavor, and the daily habits unknowingly sabotaging your healing. Don't miss this next part, because knowing what not to do can be even more powerful than what you've learned so far. You now know the power of cinnamon, how a simple spoonful can lower blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and revive energy. But here's what most people never hear. One right food won't help if everything else is working against it. Even the best remedies can be destroyed by the wrong habits, especially after 60, when the body is more sensitive to imbalances. Let's start with a truth that's rarely discussed. Some food combinations cancel each other's benefits. Cinnamon, when taken with high doses of sugar, loses its stabilizing effect. People sprinkle it on sugary cereals or into coffee full of artificial creamers, thinking it will balance things out. It doesn't. That's like putting out a fire with gasoline. If you consume cinnamon alongside ultra-processed foods, white bread, refined pasta, sugary yogurts, your insulin still spikes. The inflammation still comes. And worse, you get a false sense of control. You think you're being healthy because you added a spice, when in reality you're just masking the damage. The second mistake? Taking cinnamon with the wrong fats. Some seed oils, commonly found in processed snacks, salad dressings, even healthy granola bars, contain inflammatory omega-6 fats that work directly against cinnamon's anti-inflammatory properties. These oils flood your system, stiffen your arteries, and encourage insulin resistance. Combine that with cinnamon, and your body is left confused. One ingredient says heal, the other says inflame. The result? No progress. And here's the third most common mistake: inconsistency. Many people start strong. They buy the cinnamon, use it for a few days, maybe even a week, but then they skip a morning or forget to take it before a meal. Then another day passes, and slowly the habit fades. But cinnamon isn't a magic trick. It's a compound that builds up its effect over time. If you stop, the benefits stop. If you return to your old patterns, the damage returns too. Now, let's get practical. Want cinnamon to work for you? Pair it with fiber. Fiber slows digestion, improves gut health, and gives cinnamon the perfect environment to function. Think unsweetened oatmeal, chia pudding, a smoothie with spinach and avocado. Add cinnamon to real food, and your blood sugar response becomes a steady curve, not a roller coaster. Timing matters too. Taking cinnamon first thing in the morning helps flatten your glucose curve for the entire day. Taking it before dinner can reduce nighttime blood sugar spikes, which improves sleep and reduces morning fatigue. But avoid taking it late at night, with heavy meals. It can interfere with digestion when paired with large volumes of fat. Now, for a surprising tip, combine cinnamon with chromium-rich foods like broccoli or eggs. Chromium enhances insulin sensitivity, and when paired with cinnamon, the results can be exponential. This duo helps your cells respond to insulin faster, reducing the strain on your pancreas and keeping your energy levels stable. Finally, let's clear up one last myth. Cinnamon supplements in capsules? Not the same. Most are underdosed, oxidized, and often sourced from low-quality cassia varieties. Your safest, most effective route is powdered organic Ceylon cinnamon, stored in a dark glass container, kept in a cool place, and used with intention every single day. In the final section, we'll bring it all together. The spoonful, the rhythm, the transformation. Because this isn't about a spice, it's about a system. A lifestyle that restores your balance, protects your memory, and reclaims the strength you thought you lost forever. You've followed the path. You've uncovered the truth. Now it's time to put it all together. Because this journey was never just about cinnamon. It was about reclaiming the rhythm your body lost, the rhythm that aging, inflammation, and blood sugar imbalances slowly eroded over time. The spoonful is only the beginning. What matters now is what you build around it. Picture your day starting differently. No fog, no heaviness, no dread. You take your spoon of organic Ceylon cinnamon with warm water before breakfast. Something simple, rich in fiber, like steel-cut oats, or a boiled egg with avocado. Within hours, you notice the shift. Your energy holds steady. Your stomach feels lighter, no crash, no craving, just clarity. This isn't a fantasy, it's physiology, because once you lower post-meal blood sugar spikes, your cortisol stays balanced. That means less stress on your adrenal system, better sleep at night, and more stamina during the day. You start walking again, not because someone told you to, but because your body wants to move. Your joints don't scream. Your legs don't ache. You begin to trust your steps again, and what happens next? You feel hunger differently. You know, longer reach for sugar in the late afternoon. Your body stops begging for quick energy because it's already being fed correctly. Your digestion improves. Your hands stop swelling. The burning in your feet fades. You sleep longer, deeper. You wake up lighter. All from one habit, repeated. But make no mistake, this isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you think. You were trained to believe decline is inevitable. That blood sugar problems, fatigue, and joint pain are just part of getting older. But they're not. They're warnings, signals that something is out of balance. Cinnamon is one tool to restore that balance. The rest is up to you. Now imagine taking this further. You drink more water, especially in the first hour of the day. You cut processed foods and artificial sweeteners. You add magnesium through leafy greens or supplements. You learn how to breathe slower, walk daily, sleep with intention. None of this is overwhelming. You already know what pain feels like. This is the opposite, and the deeper you go, the more you realize your body isn't broken. It was never broken. It was confused, inflamed, and misfed. But it can return. It can heal. And healing begins with the smallest of choices, the ones repeated daily, consistently, quietly, like that spoonful of cinnamon each morning. So ask yourself, what is that spoonful worth? If it restores your energy, reduces your inflammation, lowers your blood sugar, helps you sleep, protects your memory, and brings back the rhythm of life, is it worth it? Don't wait for another symptom to appear. Don't wait for another prescription. Begin with the habit, 1 spoon, every day, without fail, because what starts in your kitchen can end in freedom. And remember, this isn't about chasing youth. It's about preserving movement, clarity, independence. That's freedom. That's dignity. And it starts, always, with the food on your table. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking up and feeling light, not just in your body, but in your mind. No pounding heart, no burning in your feet, no desperate search for energy before the day even begins. Just calm breath, steady hands, and the quiet confidence that your body is no longer working against you. This is not a dream. It's the reality waiting for you when you begin to treat food not as routine, but as remedy. When you stop ignoring the signs and start honoring what your body has been whispering for years, help me rebalance. You've spent decades feeding others, caring for family, pushing through your own discomfort, because that's just life. But life after 60 doesn't have to mean surrender. It can mean restoration, a second rhythm, a deeper strength. One that doesn't chase youth, but protects dignity, movement, peace, a spoonful. That's how it starts. Not with a revolution, but with a ritual. Cinnamon isn't a cure. It's a catalyst, a small act of daily defense against the chaos that once ruled your blood. A reminder that nature still offers what the body needs, if we're willing to listen. So go to your kitchen, find the glass jar, choose the quiet moment, stir the powder into warm water, taste the beginning. Let it become your new morning, your new voice, the symbol of your decision to stay active, alert, and alive. Because the path to health after 60 doesn't begin in a hospital. It begins here, in your breath, your blood, your plate. And it begins now. You are not fading. You are reawakening, 1 spoon at a time.